Hey there, this is Max Poole, and this is my Module 4 reflection. Super excited to share with you guys about all things Keynes and Bretton Woods conference. So I just kind of want to break through all of Keynes' takes, hot and cold, at the Bretton Woods conference, covering how to prevent the repetition of another Nazi Germany, how to address the issues of high trade barriers, and also how to address global monetary policy issues. And I have found a medley of Keynes memes to complement this presentation. So first we have a great Kanye meme complementing FDR's economic stimulus, connecting it to the past modules. You know how we do it. So first off, let's talk about Nazi Germany. So Keynes says, hey, it's really important that we don't overburden the Germans with debt. Everyone wants to point fingers and say, hey, you started this war, you caused all this destruction and killed all these people. It's true. Keynes says, if we overburden them with debt, we're just going to create the conditions for another Nazi Germany. I believe in his exact quote, he basically says, if we punish them, the only thing on their mind will be vengeance. How can we get back at these people who have punished us so much? By crippling their economy, you're basically begging for the next Hitler to come. So Keynes says, let's make this intergovernmental bank to support states coming out of conflict. And he thought the U.S. should especially contribute, given that the war was not, on their soil. So the U.S. didn't suffer any damage to its homeland, its means of production. So he said, I think the U.S. should contribute to this a good amount. And he also thought states should contribute in proportion to the size of their economy, and that the money collected could then be used to purchase agricultural goods, which helps everyone in the international system. And I believe he listed a figure of around 2.5 billion to start this venture, which is quite a sum. As far as trade barriers, Keynes basically says, in a perfect world, we would have no trade barriers, right? But we don't live in one. So he says, as long as the US has these high tariffs, he thought it was important that other states, hit back with tariffs of their own. And while he's a proponent of free trade, he's basically saying, not now. However, in the future, he thought it was a good idea to discuss mutual reductions, emphasis on mutual, and also potentially regional free trade blocks to help alleviate some of that pain with high trade barriers. And when it comes to global monetary issues, Keynes really wanted a world currency. This was probably his hottest take. He thought that all these states should be on the same currency to prevent issues surrounding currency manipulation, certain states devaluing or overvaluing their currency as a manner to manipulate their trade deficit surplus. And so he wants this world currency so states can't do that. He suggested some pretty crazy names, the orb, the pound-all, as a mixture of the pound and the dollar. I came up with a new one because I think it would be better. The crumpet. He's a British gentleman. I just really think we should go with the crumpet. That's all. And he basically said that by switching to this currency, states purchasing goods on the international market would need to convert their currency into this international currency to be able to do that. And this would somehow prevent that sort of currency manipulation. I will say, after I read this, I kind of reflected on it and I was just thinking, but then couldn't states just manipulate the value of their currency in relation to that other world currency and do the same thing? And that's something I still haven't answered. But it's something that left me wonder. I really enjoyed Module 4, and that's all I've got. Thank you so much.